I I graduated from law school, and I came to Tampa, and I went to work for a criminal defense attorney. And I was like, I'm not going to touch your criminal cases. Like, I'm just not going to do that. But turns out I had to. So about 4 months after I started working there, we tried a double homicide and we lost. But the attorney preserved an issue for appeal, which was that our jailhouse snitch was not permitted to testify to counteract the state's jailhouse snitch. Well, the second DCA overturned the conviction, sent it back down to the circuit court. We got the case back again. Now I had been there several years. I'd been in criminal defense then for several years. The defendant was no longer shot and hurting. He was like back and ready to go. I had trial transcripts. I had years of statements of depositions of all kinds of things. I got on the phone with the DNA guy constantly, and we retried it just before they shut the courts down in 2020, and he walked out. I couldn't believe it. I thought that when they stood up and when the foreperson or the clerk read out not guilty, I turned around and looked at the investigator and I was like, am I tired? Did they just say that?" And then they said it again because there were 2 victims, and I was like, because the family had already shot him believing he was the perpetrator. So he'd already been shot. That's why he was shot the first time. And they stood up in court after the first time, I think, or maybe, yeah, after the first time during his sentencing, and basically said, "We'll kill you if we get the chance." So for it to come back and then for us to do it over again, that was really interesting.